If only I knew then what I know now, I would have less questions. I would instead ask how. I wouldn't be the same person I am today. But no matter what, me know say God would make a way.
All right, Bronte.
Level.
Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. If you had it back there and you're looking for a smile, bringing hope and joy for a day that was wild. Stuff from the cuffs is here to make things bright. In a world so dark, they're bringing some light. Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. Go Bria, go Ben, go Bess, go Brian. Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs.
If only I knew then what I know now, I would have less questions. I would instead ask how. I wouldn't be the same person I am today. But no matter what, me know say God would make a way.
All right, Bronte.
Level.
All right, easy.
You know, we are here on Stuff from the Cuffs. And you know we bring the fire, we bring the fun, we bring the inspiration, we bring the realness, and we bring the education. You don't know, you know it's your boy Bronte, right?
To all our new
And
subscribers.
now, if Bronte is here, you have to have Bubbles. So it's Bronte and Bubbles on this show. Bronte, Bubbles.
Good guy, Bubbles in the building. Hey, it's long time Bubbles don't make an appearance now.
Bubbles, walk on. Walk on, Bubbles.
Listen, guys, you're scaring the new subscribers. They don't know this side of you yet. Guys, to all our new subscribers, first of all, there is Bronte and there is Bubbles. And you'll get to know Bronte and Bubbles in more videos to come and in past videos. Listen. All our older subscribers, yes, let them know in the comments about Bronte and Bubbles. Okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Guys, when you don't see us, we are still here. Yes, just with these changing times, you have to be flexible. You know?
Yes. So we are so happy to be back with you with another video. Welcome to all our new subscribers. Welcome.
Tenants in the building.
You don't know.
Cufflinks in the building.
You don't know.
Big up the squatters.
They don't know.
Big up the residents.
Don't know.
Big up the green card holders.
Big ups, guys. We're so very happy to have you. So, of course, when you see the title of this video, we're going to be talking about what we wish we knew about achieving balance when it comes down to managing love and family and marriage and
kids
and
work,
jobs. Like, especially in this time and age since the pandemic, given that everything is now happening, especially from home, now we're having to balance every single thing at the same time. And so we're going to be talking a little bit about our experience. And of course, you can let us know your experience in the comments, because I know that we're not alone. And I want you to also understand that you are not alone. So first of all, let's talk about balance. Can we really achieve balance?
What is balance? I think the first thing we need to look at is what is balance, you know. I've often asked people on a spiritual basis when they say we are to remember that we have to achieve balance. So we're spiritual and we're physical. I often ask them, which should be more? Does balance mean equality, 50-50? Or does it mean, you know, having a semblance of levelness or level-headedness, you know? You know, you don't want to be so overly spiritual, but you don't want to say, I am equally human and spiritual. You want to give one side the edge because it is out of having the edge you will realize that the better part of you or the other side of you takes preeminence. So if you're more on the bad side, you're going to end up being more bad. And if you're more on the spiritual side, you're going to end up being more spiritual. So balance is not necessarily equality or being on the same path throughout.
Well, for me, I don't really know about that B word, to be honest with you. I can't, when people, I often get a lot of questions about balance. How do I balance being a wife and a mom and my jobs and
So yeah,
sterling
before
and
we even go
this?
there, hi, my name is Brian. I'm a father, a husband, a lecturer, a production lab coordinator. I'm an MC. I'm a photographer. I'm a guest speaker. I am a producer. I am a sports. I can be an analyst, a commentator. I love sports. I'm a TV emphasis major, so I'm also a news reporter. I'm also a news editor. I've also operated in so many other fields.
Okay, if I start talking all the things that I do, do
Go
I
ahead.
give
Go
some?
ahead. Because if
Okay.
we want to talk about balance and what we've been able to achieve or not, yeah, give some people some ideas of what it is that you do.
Okay, so hi, I'm Basilia. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a lecturer, I am the founder and director of Jamaica's only national gospel award show, the Sterling Gospel Music Awards.
By virtue of that, she's also a and marketing
Sales
manager.
and marketing manager. I'm also a social media manager by virtue of that. I am also a voiceover talent. I'm an MC. I'm a guest speaker. What?
I'm just asking
I
me
am,
voiceover too.
oh yeah. I am a broadcaster. I'm a producer. I'm a writer. I am an academic advisor. I am the coordinator for the radio emphasis in the Department of Communication Studies at Northern Caribbean University. I,
And cut. So you want us to see now where we're going with this. Balance what we've been accustomed to hearing or we've been cultured into thinking is you have your job here and you have your family
and they
here.
kind of just
Yeah, and they're
weighing.
leveling. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're leveling each other off. But did anybody hear how many things we said?
You right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that instantly sounds like it's leveling to one side. So back to what you're saying about
Right.
not knowing that B
I
word.
don't know what balance is. What I do know is how to prioritize. That's what I do know how to do. I cannot honestly say I know how to balance things. I know how to prioritize. And what do I mean by that? I mean, if I have a million things to do in terms of sterling and marking papers and teaching and all of that, I have a million things to do on that side. I also have a whole heap of other things to do when it comes on to especially being a mother and with the children and all of that. I just know, and the approach that I take is my family comes first, right? What do I mean by that? Whatever I need to do for my family gets done first, and then I try to get everything else done either in the meantime, kinda ish, or after. So how do I mean? What do my days look like? So we teach during the days on some days, and then other times we are in school with Bria, and of course we have Bella. What I try to do and what I realize, especially since the pandemic, is because everything has really gone virtual. I find myself, and Brian can speak for himself, I find myself being on my devices more. I'm on the laptop more, I'm on the phone more. I am talking to clients, I'm talking to people, I'm looking at opportunities. I am thick fucking. Guys, follow me and follow Brian on TikTok. Yes, we'll have all of that information in the description. We didn't say we're YouTubers. You forgot that part?
No, don't forget. Don't forget. That's why we're here.
Right. Well, that's why we're here. And what I've found is that we have become really attached to our devices because of how the world is running. Our meetings are on our devices. Everything that's happening is happening with our devices. And so I find that if I'm not careful, most of our days get eaten away on those devices, sometimes even when we're not necessarily doing something. That's just what happens sometimes.
So one B word that we've learned is
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, taking a break.
I tell people you take a break before you break. Yeah. So be certain to take a break before you break.
And when I talk about my family coming first, what I have done over the past year or so is try to get things done with the kids during the daytime. And then when they go to sleep, then, the marking begins and other work starts when they go to bed. So that is how I've been able to achieve some semblance of balance when it comes on to being a mother and my professional side. I try to ensure that at no point in time I am just working, 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 working. They're young. They need our attention. They always want our attention. And so I have just decided to prioritize God and my family first. And then I ensure, because you have to make the money, right? You have to make the money to survive and live. But I don't allow that side to encapsulate my life so much that my children get lost in the whole process. And my husband, of course.
I think for me, it goes back to a lot of what Bas just said. But most importantly, is coming to a realization that a lot of things that we knew don't apply to now. And a lot of things that we thought we knew were not the full story. Balance, when it's work time is work time, when it's home time is home time. What? What? There is so much of an overlap at times.
Yeah.
There are times when, we've heard also, and with all due respect, we understand where people are coming from when you hear, when you reach home, leave the work at the door.
Well, we don't go anywhere, so the work is actually here.
Especially now. But we've often also realized that even when we were not at home as much, there were times when you, especially in our field, when you end up working 24/7, you end up working on the holidays, you end up working on the weekends, So it's so hard to achieve balance. And I think there was a story recently that I had some of my students look at in a class which said balance, it shouldn't be an accomplishment. When you get to a place of balance or what you consider to be balance, we usually hold it, I've achieved balance. I'm balancing my life at work and my life at home, and we've you feel good. We just have to ensure that whatever it is we are doing is something that we continue on a daily basis. Even today, like I was on 2 interviews. I'm going on one more tonight. You have something to do tomorrow. Yeah, I was just looking at the time to see if it's now. We want to encourage somebody out there to don't so much focus on balancing, but focus on enjoying life, enjoying the work side, enjoying the family time, and just managing your time as best as possible.
So if we had to, if we had to pick out, I'll pick out 2 and you will pick out 2 things that we wish we knew about this word called balance. What would it be? So I'll start with my first one. I wish I knew, before beating up myself and being so hard on myself, I wish I knew that it was okay to not get everything right all the time. What I mean by that is sometimes, you set out some goals on a paper, the to-do list for the day, and it don't always work out, especially with children in the mix and being home all the time. And I realized in the beginning, I was very hard on myself when I didn't get everything done. I was hard on myself on the work side, but then at the same time, I felt fulfilled in terms of my family side, because even though I was trying to get everything done in terms of work, I still made sure that I made the time for my family. And so even though on one side, the work side, I kind of felt kind of lopsided, on my family side, I knew that, my children were okay, my husband is fine. When it comes on to my family, we're intact. And so I wish I knew that it was okay to not get it right all the time, and vice versa. Sometimes you have to get the work done. You'll have to get the work done. And you can't pay the children as much attention. You can't, sit down and watch TV and play with Dolly and, the whole works. And so when the work really, really needs to get done, maybe sometimes they're time sensitive. I wish I knew, this is my second one, or is it the first one? I wish I knew that it was also okay because you have responsibilities. You have to be accountable to individuals when it comes down to work, especially. You have to be accountable to your students, you have to be accountable to your boss, etc. So I wish I knew that it was also okay to not get it right all the time and to not feel guilty. I still feel guilty if I don't get to spend as much time with the children, but I have also come to the realization that things have to get done, and sometimes you just have to make some short-term sacrifices to ensure that you stay afloat.
All right, so I won't be as long-winded. I will just say my first one is I wish that I knew the importance of saying no. We've often heard you must learn. We've often heard that it's you must learn when to say no. I want to move past learning when to say no and say if you understand how important it is to say no at some points, then you will know when to say no. And the second part goes back to the article that I made mention of. Yeah, see, Bella is agreeing. The article I made mention of, which said balance isn't an accomplishment. So we shouldn't be striving so hard to get to a place of balance. Let the chips fall where they may. Do what you must, yes, but don't be so hard and fast in trying to achieve balance, trying to ensure that I get this amount of time in work. Then I run to try and ensure that I get this amount of time in the family life. Then I try to ensure that I get this amount of time with the kids. And I try to ensure that I get this amount of time in writing. And you will end up burning out by trying to achieve what is not achievable.
Yeah.
The pendulum of life swings both ways, and the scale sometimes weighs one side more than the next.
Yeah.
Try to be as best as possible the best you. Full stop.
Yeah. Full stop, guys. Full stop. Just do your best. Just do your best, and where necessary, prioritize. Learn how to say no, and don't be too hard on yourself. All right? We're living in a
time that is so trying that there are so many people who are having mental breakdowns because of how pressured we are to achieve that balance.
And where necessary, if you need to get a little extra help dealing with everything mentally and emotionally, take that step. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Stuff from the Cuffs. We have lots more coming your way. Yeah, hold it more. Remember, we're still on our journey to 1 year. We'll be hitting 1 year in May of this year. And we're so very excited about that. And we can't wait to share that experience with you, God willing. So stay tuned. We'll have another video soon.